realistically, the crayon, like, coloring system doesn't even make sense. I mean, think about it in terms of, like, the stock market. Would you teach your mother-in-law that? Exactly. Sorry about that. What's up, everybody? Eric here, Tabletop Haven, coming at you with another Gamefound deep dive. Kickstarter deep dive on a budget. Call it what you will. But we have D.E.I, Divide et Impera. Now, here's my level of knowledge on this game. That much. Alright, so why am I doing a deep dive on this? The reason. Almost exclusively the soul... Oh my god, look at all that stuff. Sorry. That is a lot of things. Alright. Off track. Almost exclusively the reason for this is Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. This, like, I watched a video, and this was, like, a top... Like, one of the games he gave his top score to. I know almost nothing about this game. So we're going to look at it. We're going to find out what's going on. And we're going to see if I come anywhere close to touching this or not. We will... Ludus Magnus Studio. I have definitely heard of them. Oh, crap. Okay, so it's tough because it's not where you can see if they've done things on Kickstarter or things like that. I'm not going to go into it. Whatever. We're going to look at this for what it is, and we're going to see. But anyway, yeah, like, he gave this, like, nearly the highest praise possible. I tend to kind of have similar, like, thoughts and feelings on games. Like, obviously not always, and whatever. Life is life, and you agree and you disagree. But when he praises something like that highly, I'm like, I'm going to at least look at it and see what it's all about. Judging by the number of boxes, I'm a little nervous. Because that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes, that's insane. And I don't even know if that's including this new expansion. So we're going to see. We're going to look at price points. We're going to look at, see if we can figure out what the game does, how the game does it. And go from there. So let's start taking a look. I don't know if there's video. I don't typically watch videos. So let's see. It's a competitive game. Cool. Based on the conquest of resources set in a world devastated by a new ice age. Ah, okay. All right. Hey, good thing I got the hat on. Keep me nice and warm. With the White Death, the Time Lord will return from the future to judge us. Book of Chrono. Okay, new expansion, Faith and Anarchy. That is cool. I don't know anything about the base game, but that and I'm. This is obviously a reprint, so I'm looking to see what I can and cannot get out of this, and see if whatever. Let's see. London, year 49 after the White Death Day. I'm guessing that's the second ice age. Humankind is standing on its last legs. The purebred, with their superior technology, present themselves as benevolent overlords willing to help the people. They've taken control of the remains of a world ravaged by everlasting frost. They give us a ray of light. Or at least that's what we had hoped for. Okay, so let's take a look here. This, I don't know if this is actual 3D or if the board is looking like 3D, but that's a lot of stuff. Alright, 75 minutes isn't bad. Like, hour and 15 minutes? That's legit. If that's legit, obviously. But I don't know if that's actual 3D or if that's, like, printed on. We're going to find out as we go. Here he is. I'm loving this game. For me, the moment is currently the game of the year. Every play only further solidifies how I feel. That's a good sign. Alright. Okay, here we go. Welcome to a possible future where a huge catastrophe has nearly exterminated life on Earth. The White Death, which buried most of humanity, survivors have banded together in factions seeking strength to fight for their lives, while some mythical races have revealed themselves to the world, driven by the pressing search for resources. Ooh, new mythical races are realistic. Bigfoots. Yetis. Buildings are submerged in snow and ice. It's impossible to go into the open at night. Food is scarce, and recovery of food supplies from the previous era, as well as medicine, is essential. Only one group, calling themselves the Purebred, have been able to use this situation to their advantage. Using highly developed technology, they managed to take refuge inside a city created from scratch and with its own biosphere protected from the outer cataclysm by force fields and energy shields. No one knows where the city is hidden, but many yearn for it. Interesting. So they know this Purebred group exists. They have no idea where the city is. That's fascinating. They probably just kill anyone who gets close. The Purebred make their technology available to other factions by having their drones used in order to retrieve technological resources and materials. Drones, beep, 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 beep. All these resources are then exchanged for medicines and synthetic food, pitting the surviving factions against each other in a devious scheme to keep them divided and under control. Cool. I like the setting. In a desolate scenario, you must compete for your survival for the sake of your faction. How interesting each faction is. They play so differently. Very tense, has a high replay value due to its multiple ways to win, its limited actions. Okay. Alright. This, just looking, it's not going to be cheap. But that's okay. We'll see. Core box. 68 miniatures, 16 3D district tiles, 4 player boards, 200 tokens, 92 cards, 6 game boards. Oh my god, that's everything you needed and more. Alright, so we got the different factions. What's that? 68. So, probably 4 factions. We have the Ravagers, the Auxilia, Refugees, and Farm Z. And we have drones. Okay, these are cool. Like, really cool and fun. Those would be fun to paint. I can say these are generic, but they're kind of generic. But they're kind of cool. But these are really cool. 13 3D district tiles, 3 layers, wow, he's game boards. What I should have done is pulled up the previous Kickstarter. I'm tempted to right now. Maybe I will. 10 game boards, dual layer player boards, supply mission boards, drones, factions, market cards, mission cards, 92 game cards, leader cards, using tokens. 2 to 4 players, called upon to manage one of the asymmetric factions. Covering resources. Thanks to a system of use and management of your cards, you will have full control over actions to be taken, being able to plan your moves according to those of your opponents. Thanks to controlling outposts will grant you full access to markets, improve your hand, and allow you to unlock. Knowing how to take advantage of the missions, make it available in the Purebred will guarantee you victory over the other pretenders. Different gameplay. For each faction, featuring unique leaders and starting decks. Multi-level modular tiles. Okay. Easy to learn, hard to master. It's chess with miniatures! I guess chess kind of has miniatures. Different paths to victories, missions, resource, market management, high quality components. If you're one of our previous backers, you know what we're talking about. Each game component is the highest quality, from miniatures to meeples, from cards to tiles, and now D.E.I. Your game board reaches new heights with multiple level setting. Strongly set Eurogame with immersive scenario. New expansion, Faith and Anarchy. The new expansion lets you play 2 of D.E.I.'s most controversial factions, the followers of the Cult of Chrono and the Untamed Breachers. Alright, 2 new factions. That's what Faith and Anarchy bring you. So, okay, so let's see. Let's math it out. 2 new factions, $25 a piece. There's 4 in the base game, plus all the starting of the base game. So I'm going to guess the base game is $139. That's my guess. Former have risen from ashes in ancient region when time of ever being seeks hope and survival. Right. The latter, the breachers. Okay, I'm not going to get this. If anything, I'm going to get the base game. Why back now? Get the exclusive Candy Boost Pack for free! Included with every reward. By participating in this campaign, getting any of the 3 rewards, you will receive the free Candy Boost Pack. Ooh, 3 rewards is... I'm a little nervous. 3 new exclusive market cards for each of the 4 markets in the core game. 12 leader rings. Miniatures can be placed in these semi-transparent plastic rings. They can be easily identified. 10 faction reference sheets. Rules for every single faction currently available. Yeah, that's useless for me. I'm not going to go all in. I can guarantee you that. Okay, so it was a successful Kickstarter launch in 2020. So maybe I will try and find that. We'll see. Miniature version of D.E.I. is LMS exclusive, meaning available for sale only on our website or during conventions. The miniature version of D.E.I. That implies, potentially, that there's a standee version or a non-miniature version. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's true or not. New Faith and Anarchy expansion and the exclusive miniatures version at a reduced price. You'll also be able to order materials related to the first, including the box that contains all unlocked stretch goals, again, in the exclusive miniature. So $49 for that. Leader reward. $139. Okay, so that's the core box. Oh, the core box is $90 plus White Death. White Death, I'm guessing, is the campaign. So I did say $139, but the fact that the core box is only $90 is interesting. But does that mean you need to pledge at this? Or can you just get the core box for $90? That I don't know. White Death might be the all the stuff that was unlocked. We're going to check that, actually. And then the all-in reward. The core box is $99? Question mark? Okay. Faith and Anarchy, Old London, Cash and Red, Penny Boom, Mad Max, Fantasy, free White Death. See what they did there? Like, bump that up $9, and then that's the same, and then, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. PVC resources. That's fun. Citadel! Free, free, free. It's actually kind of a big deal. It's like $100 in free stuff. It's kind of cool. Alright. So it does not seem like you can just get the core game. You have to go here. But that's different. No, it isn't. 139. That's what I said. 139. That's. I nailed it though, but that's all in. 279. New add-ons. Core box. Okay. I'm very curious if the White Death. Alright, we're going to do this right now. We're going to go divide at Impera Kickstarter. Alright, here we go. Boom. I kind of would like to see what they have done. Lunar, Breach, Black Rose War, D.E.I, Dungeonology, Black Rose War, Nova. Okay, I've heard of Black Rose War. I've heard of the Breach, I think. Alright. Okay, bye. Alright, so let's look here at what you got back in the day. I don't love... Okay, so here's Meeple pledges. So they had Meeple... Core game with miniatures plus all stretch goals was $79. The leader... PVC resources... Man... So for me... I know this is bad to do, because, so like, wow. So, stretch goals, the Fawn Faction and Solo Play expansion. Okay, so, stretch goals was this. So realistically, you could have gotten the base game plus the stretch goals for $79, and now it's $139 for that. And I don't even know if you get all... Well, I'm guessing this is all stretch goals, so like that's probably that's hard for me to justify. That is, and I'm not saying that they don't need it, but 19. It's $60. It's a $60 price increase from the original pledge, which means they very most likely lost money on the original pledge, and so they need to. But what that does for my brain is be like, it's hard for me to pull the trigger at $139, knowing it was $79, and just being like, well, I missed it. It is what it is. Okay. No, we need to go back to this. Alright. So, yeah, there we go. So the White Death is basically a stretch goals, and then, yeah, so there's that, and then you get all that, and then you get that. Citadel Miniature Pack. I like little resources, those are cool. Alright, so, study your actions well, adapting fluidly to a situation that could suddenly change. Okay, so making bridges, so now you can go over here. Send your people over here to collect stuff. We got this, boss. Let's go down this way. Get this thing. Cool. Follow the leader. Recruit new people. Use the drones. Cool. I mean, it seems cool. It's just very, 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 very hard for me to. Oh, and then you got, okay, and then US for the leader is $18. And they're at 150 EU dollars. I think for some people this is going to be great. I think for me, in my budget brain, this is hard for me to justify in my budget brain. If I was looking at this sans other information, $139 plus 20, $160. $160. It's big. That's a big number for me. Yeah. If they offered the core box for $90, which they wouldn't do. They wouldn't do that. I'd be somewhat tempted, but then knowing that you need this to play it solo, it makes it hard. If I went, it would be this reward right here. 100% it would be the leader reward, because I'd want to be able to have the ability to play it solo, because that's the only way that I feel. I have so many games, I have too many games, and then when I'm playing with other groups, they have games, so in order for me to get my money's worth and enough plays out of it, I would want to have the solo as a possibility and play it solo, and so I'm spending $160 on a solo game. I feel like if it was here, if it was $79, which again, I'm sure they lost money on, which is why they're reprinting and doing things like that, they're very likely lost money. Shipping, US 50 to 30 in most states. So, okay, so probably similar, around 20. I would pay 100. I would pay 100. Almost assuredly. I would pay the $79 plus the 20. I mean, you're saving $75, is what it says. So leader, what does this give you? Old London, plus the PVC resources. I might do this to get the PVC resources. Maybe. But I would almost assuredly do this if I got all the stretch goals, which is, it's mildly unfortunate and slightly frustrating that, that's the way it goes. So yeah, so like the stretch goals is the, solo mode. You play the fawns, and are the fawns playable? New asymmetric faction ready to challenge the pure, and you can face fawns playing solo mode. So there's that. I would probably almost assuredly I would back it at that price point. But $60 extra, I just don't think I can. For me personally. If you can do it, do it. Because I think it looks cool. I think it looks interesting. I have Vindication sitting back here. I still haven't gotten to the table. Part of the reason is that the order got slightly jankified, and I did not get the expansion that allows for solo play, so I haven't gotten to the table yet. But regardless, about this game, I mean, even it says like 178 is like retail. Like, that's bananas that they sold it for 79. It was like $100 off, or €100 off, which is pretty wild. What does this have? This is wild. Miniature version. Maybe these are probably the miniature boxes of miniatures or something like that. Core box miniature version. For $20, I think I would go with the miniature version versus the meeple version. Just would. I think that's what I would do. PVC resources, like that's good. But this is not what we're looking at. We're looking at this. So, what are we looking at? Are people supporting them? Do your thing, people. You out there. 600 backers. Support them. Go out there. If you are not operating on a budget like I am, and this seems like... It seems cool. It seems very cool. Like card management, like varying board state. You're adapting to what's going on. There's multiple ways that you can win. I really like the idea of the game. It seems cool. It seems interesting. You have the different asymmetric factions. Like, everything about it sounds interesting and sounds cool. I like the miniatures. I like the way I like everything. I think everything about it, other than the price point, I think for me is what's hurting me. I would have struggled with the $139 plus 20 shipping, so $160. I would have struggled with that just on its own, but then being like, oh yeah, you could have got it for $80. You could have got it for half price, half off, if you had supported it initially. Is like, eh. And I don't have enough FOMO blood in me to be like, oh, I need to get it, even though I have to pay double for it. Like, you're paying double. You're paying double for the game. Which, fine. Like, I get it. Like I said, I'm sure they lost money. Like, they ran it during 2020. Like, all the shipping stuff, they probably got wrecked, would be my guess. And so I'm hoping that this helps them and that they come back and it's a good price point for them to hit, and it helps them, and people back it and love it and enjoy it. I just don't think that I can do it. I don't think I can justify it to myself. But it seems like a very cool game. Maybe at some point I'll get a chance to play it. I don't know when or how, but maybe randomly one of my friends or one of the game groups in the area, somebody will get it, and then maybe they'll do another reprint in the future, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, it was totally worth it. But for now, unfortunately, I just can't for myself. Again, those of you who don't know, I operate on a budget over the year, so I give myself $100 a month, $1,200 a year to invest in my gaming collection. If I start getting low in my budget, I have to sell some games, and so that's why I really, really analyze the cost of things and how much it's going to cost me, because I just operate differently than a lot of people, and that's okay. If that $160, $140 price point is like, pfft, that's nothing. Cool, good for you. That's awesome. I hope you love it. I hope you enjoy it. Paint them because they look flippin' cool. Like, look at that, is super cool. But yeah, and like I said, I'm guessing they got shellacked on the first campaign, so supporting them and what they do in looks like what's a very cool game with the asymmetric factions. Look at that. That's pretty fun. Abbey Road situation. I wonder if these are like, I wonder if that, I mean, that's obviously the Beatles. I wonder if this is something I don't know, and if, like, that's something I don't know. Probably. Probably some clever thing that they do that I just don't know. I'm not privy to their information. But anyway, yeah, I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip this one just on the price point. But it looks really cool, and if you are not operating on a budget, or you're like Euromaster, and boom, hit them, do it. It actually seems like a decent value. I don't think it's a bad value necessarily, but at the same time, it's just not right for me at the current time. So anyway, that looks cool. What is this? The Cult of Chrono can be used in solo mode with a system introduced in the White Death expansion with the Fawn faction, introducing new rules for... Like, is that an actual thing? Like, you actually build this in the game? That's very interesting. Cool. Let me look and see. This is weird. It's like, here's the new expansion, and then it like shows stuff. It shows stuff. I'm assuming this is a thing in the game. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. Look at that. It's neat. Sorry. But yeah, I hope that other people out there see this and they love it and they enjoy it and they get all their money's worth, because from what I hear, it's a great game, and to me, it looks really good. It looks really cool. But unfortunately, at this time, I think I'm going to pass on this one. It's also a short campaign. You only have 9 days left. So sometimes my brain, over the course of like a couple weeks, will kind of like think about things and justify things and be like, maybe I could sell. I could probably sell, and so then it might. But 9 days is kind of quick. But realistically, I don't think that I would change my mind on the situation. But anyway, looks really cool. I mean, that's really cool looking. The 3D. I'm guessing it's modular. Right? It's modular, so like your board state is always going to be different, and then you have like you have the paths that can probably could put it that way if you wanted, or put it over here. Like, I don't know. It seems very interesting, and probably something I would really like. I just can't do 140 on it. It's just not where I'm at, unfortunately. I wish I was here. I'm gonna go back in time and back this Scrapper pledge right here. Core game with miniatures and all. Does that include all stretch goals, though? Miniature core box? Maybe I'm missing something. Scrapper. Core game with miniatures. Plus all miniature stretch goals. Plus Old London. All miniature stretch goals. Miniature core box. Yeah, it is. And then all stretch goals. Plus all stretch goals. Yeah, I wish I had a time machine. I'd go back and back this almost assuredly for 79 euro bucks. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's a ridiculously good price. Sometimes you find that, where you find just ridiculously good prices. Townsfolk Tussle is a ridiculously good price from the original. Like, they had to have lost money, or at least, like, maybe not made $1. But, anyway, D.E.I, Divide et Impera. I'm guessing it means something that I don't know. But, looks super cool. Hopefully, if you see it and it looks cool to you, and you are not operating on a budget, or this could definitely be somebody's, like, big game for the quarter. Like, yeah, looks exactly like what I want, and $140 is perfect, and I'll get it, and by all means rock it and you do you. Thanks for watching. If you have watched this far, I'm going to give you 21 points. Comment down below if you want your points. And if you're watching this far, congratulations, you're a cool person. And I'm going to give you... I'm gonna ask you to like and subscribe, or don't. It's fine. It's whatever. I just like doing this because it's fun. But anyway, all those things. And love ya. Keep on keeping on. Play games. Have fun. Love your neighbor. All that good stuff. Unless they're a real jerk. But then, you know, still, it's fine. You can love them, even if they're a jerk. Because maybe your love will turn their hate around. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's late. I'm tired. But anyway, I'm happy you watched this far. Congratulations. You win! And we will talk to you later. Catch you later. Bye!